What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, we are back with another episode of Infused Influence. I'm your co-host or something like that. My name's Ulysses. I'm joined with Rayvon. He's back.
What's
Rayvon,
going on, young man? How you doing, sir?
What's up, bro? How are you? Yeah,
I'm gonna say probably like a 8.7 out of 10 today. I'll say 8.7.
Yeah.
Loving the rain.
I feel you,
Don't love the heat we've had the past couple of days. It's made things really tough. It's back to taking 2 to 3 showers a day in cold water. It's back to carrying multiple T-shirts. Can't wear white.
Yo, y'all winning that major bloom. Me taking 3 showers. Water. That's crazy.
No, I go home for a lunch, and it's just me going home to take a shower and change.
Show those air quotes, bro.
Yeah. You know, I tried eating in the shower. It's not that effective.
And be like, yo, why you smell like a blunt again?
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah.
Why your eyes look red
And
today,
so,
man?
right? I'm like, yeah, guys, I look every day, guys. But of course, we've got a special guest with us.
Special is a word.
A special's a word. What's going on, young man? We've got. I'm always gonna butcher your name because I always say it. I've only ever said it to you like once.
Jariel, bro. It's an exotic one. My mom went in. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
She was feeling herself.
Say it, bro.
That's what I tell people.
That's what I be saying. In my head, sometimes I say Jariel without like really putting the flair on it. I think.
So I'm Dominican as fuck, bro. So I tell people I'm mixed. I be like, I'm Dominican. Oh, they were stay at a half. It's Dominican. I'm Dominican as fuck.
Yeah. Wait, but you go by Jerry though, right?
Jariel.
Oh, Jariel.
People call me Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's technically it's my middle name, so that's what I usually go by though. Since I was 20 years old.
Your first name? Or your middle name?
That's my middle name.
What's your first name?
If you know me, you know me. I'll tell you that's
Classified.
Yeah, that's wild.
You scan my ID and you'll see it.
Yeah, that's wild. Is it an American
no,
name
but
or
in Spanish,
super
bro, I'll say
Dominican?
it in Spanish. It's Divalni. You know what I'm saying?
What's the
I
stamp?
sound like I'm in a fucking telenovela. Yo, I have no clue, bro, but it'd be Irish. There's some Irish roots to it. You ever see the oil trucks that says Devaney on the
Yeah, Giovanni. Yeah.
So it's similar to spelling to that.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like,
what's
you know
up.
what I'm saying? Man, Dominicans be interesting, bro. We be making up shit. So.
Bro, I love the Dominican culture, bro.
Same,
I always say that
Yo,
you can put Dominican before anything, and it'll be
It's
like,
cool.
yeah, I got a Dominican cologne. I got a Dominican anything, bro. That's Dominican water, bro.
And then if you be like, I got a Dominican family, the first question is how many? Like,
Yeah.
no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, being Dominican is great because we could all technically be Dominican the way
Bro,
we
it's
are.
why
get
and
called
even
Dominican all
white
day.
passing people,
Yeah.
I can see it.
even
day
white
long.
passing people, bro.
Yeah, bro, all the time. I have
Wild.
I have a cousin who looks like a fucking vampire, bro. He's pale as fuck,
I believe
white
it.
as fuck, and then I have an aunt who's like not too far from this.
Just
You know what I'm
black,
saying?
bro.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get what I mean? Like, and then there's me in between type shit, and it's like.
Right.
You know, that's what I love about it. You know what I'm saying? And I never let anyone forget I'm Dominican, bro. It's like the first thing I start with, hey, I'm Jariel, I'm Dominican as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to, the second I go into a dispensary and I'll be like, I smell plantains. This is Dominican somewhere, bro. No,
No, it's funny. That's actually how I talked about you earlier to somebody. I was outside with a kid named Danny because I told him about you coming through. He was like, "Yo, your friend come through." I was like, "Yo, you know what? He's Dominican. You'd fuck with him." And it was literally just that.
man, I think I might know Danny. I don't know. I might have met him. I don't know if he's Dominican.
Nah,
Nah, he's
didn't
here,
see him.
bro.
You didn't, you didn't see him.
Oh, he's on lunch?
Yeah, he was outside. Danny was with me when you called me.
Yeah, no.
So I know you didn't see him.
That's
Okay,
hilarious, bro.
But you'll see him. But welcome to the show.
Yo, I'm glad to be here,
Clap it up
bro.
again, bro.
For real.
Jay.
I know it's got to be a little different for you.
You didn't even give a
typically
formal
host your-
introduction, bro.
I was just talking
I know, yeah, it goes so informal. We learned his name. Well, we learned his middle name, which is crazy. We actually don't typically get middle names from people.
Yeah.
But I know this young man through the cannabis industry, through wholesale. In fact, I should have grabbed one of your eights. We might have to grab one and open it up, show the people what you guys are working with.
Gotcha.
You work with Aura Cannabis.
Canna, and and I also sell Sluggers. It's an infused pre-roll brand. We launched in about 32 stores or so in Mass like a couple weeks ago. Going really well. Shout out to the team. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like I say, I'm actively a soldier in the war against mids. Fuck mids. If you smoke mids, if you offer mids to your friends, you're not a real friend. And if you smoke mids, you're the one that deserves to get deported. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Free everybody else. Like if you, the only thing I'm against is mids.
That's hilarious.
I don't support any laws against marijuana unless it's mids. If it's mids, lock them up.
I know some people that like mids though, bro.
One
person in particular.
Then you should stop talking to them.
I did.
Okay, there we go. So my note on Instagram the other day was like, I had a family once, but then I found out they smoke mids. I am very adamantly against it. I mean, I understand it's a market.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 33.
All right, so you of the days. I mean, you remember sticks and seeds and weed, right?
Dog. So if you want the origin weed story, I don't. You know why? Because I'm a late smoker, bro. So I started when I was 18. I lost a bet. And because I never smoked, and somebody was like, yo, I want you to smoke with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's not happening. But then we made a bet. I lost it. It's fine.
What was the bet, bro?
If they could stay sober for a month.
Without smoking?
Then I would smoke with them after.
Wait, when you're saying sober, you're saying not smoking?
Not smoking or drinking.
All right, that sounds like an 18-year-old that doesn't smoke weed.
Yeah.
You need to sober up.
Yeah. I just thought, it was kind of lame. You know what I'm saying? But, and then my introduction to weed was like, bro, like my brother had access to the best of the best weed. I didn't know that at the time. I thought it was just what everyone's weed smelled and looked like. You know what I'm saying? Then come to find out that it was not that at all, bro. So do I remember sticks and seeds? Yes, because other motherfuckers would try to smoke that in front of me. I was like, what are you doing? What are we making, some seasoning, bitch? Like, what are you, like, we're not smoking that. Yeah. But anyways, my first bag that I bought was some crazy danky weed. It reeked up. I almost got fired from my job for having it on me. You know what I'm saying? It was that kind of weed, and then that's what I got used to, bro. I would constantly smoke after that, and I'd be like, man, I'm good at this. People, my first time smoking, be like, you've been doing this for a while, huh? I was like, no, this is my very, very first time, and they thought I knew how to smoke. I was like, no. So I've always had this crazy tolerance for it. I know people say that, bro, but
well, it's genetic too, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dopamine level, all that shit. It's true. I found that out later. Shout out to my parents being lit.
Yeah,
you know
shout out to your parents, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to my parents. They met in a club. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It was like a Dominican origin story of a lifetime.
They condone your career.
Yeah. By the way, I thought it was rude you guys didn't play any bachata when I walked in. But it was.
Dominican parents be tough on weed though, bro.
Oh yeah, they think it's crack.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from Boston, bro. Born and raised in Roxbury. Right. Shout out to Roxbury.
Because Lawrence is the highest population in Dominicans, but they don't fuck with weed out. They have a moratorium, bro. Because of churches, bro.
That, bro, it's a heavy Jehovah's Witness and Catholic population. They're mad religious. You know what I'm saying? But it's a front because you know what? They be fucking selling the most drugs out there.
The most be running through Lawrence.
All the plugs be out there in Lawrence. If you want a good number, go to Lawrence, dog. They do, bro. It's corny. It is what it is. They're missing out on a lot of business and a lot of culture that can be brought into the weed game with this, bro. Because real talk, it's hard to find somebody that kind of looks like me or us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In the game, and I have to go to fucking Springfield and Holyoke to get that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why the fuck can't I go where I know my family's at?
You got family in Lawrence?
Oh, dude, I'm Dominican. Of course I am. I can't go to Lawrence and I don't talk to any women because it's just you might be my cousin. And it's dead ass like that. It's crazy. It's insane, dog.
That's tough too with the women in Lawrence, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't look at them or touch them because I'm just we might be related somehow. And it's crazy. I joke, but I'm being dead ass too.
Serious,
because
bro.
I've been to I went to a baby shower there once, and everyone I got introduced to was like, yo, you don't remember me? I'm your cousin. I was like, there's 100 motherfuckers here, bro. No, I don't. I met you when I was 4. So and I don't go up there too often, bro, because I mean tons of my mom's side of the family went there, but my dad's side stayed around Boston.
Yeah.
I have family that Jersey, fucking Florida, and all that other shit, but mostly Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I fucking love being from Boston, bro. It's 90% of my personality. Well, being Dominican and being from Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in weed. And then I'm complete right there.
Yeah, I'm home.
The Powerpuff Girls, but imagine you made Dominicans that are lit. You know what I'm saying? That's me. But yeah, man, hilarious.
Just no mids, of course. That goes into the bowl. No
what
mids.
do you drink, bro?
If I drink, I don't drink often because I replaced it with a lot of heavy smoking. To be real, once I took up dabbing, I almost gave up drinking completely at one point. But I drink rum all day long, Brugal. I'm mad Dominican about it. I thought I wouldn't like it because I grew up, dog. I love Wiz Khalifa. I was the kid with fucking raw papers in Bombay. You know what I'm saying? Once I got over that, That was I was ashamed of that time, but with the Bombay, not the raw papers.
Not the raw.
But I just started becoming a more like older Dominican dudes. I was like, give me
rum, bro.
ice, some lime, and some rum, bro. I'm
Right,
good.
right.
I don't
Yeah.
need nothing else. Keep it simple. And shout out to my people. They do good shit.
Nah, that's what's up,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? The Caribbean's lit in general.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to DR in like 2 weeks, bro.
Yo, shout out to your new family, bro. Shout out to your future new family.
I got too many. I got too many families.
This nigga got the coolest name too, bro. Ulysses Youngblood. Like,
Nah, well, you know how the Dominicans say it, bro.
how they say it?
You already know, bro. I mean, I don't think it's exclusive to DR, bro.
But how they say it?
Ulysses, bro.
Ulysses.
No, ooh.
Ulysses.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, Ulysses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we do that.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
meet a lot of Ulysses though. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, this guy must be serious. Thought you was gonna have a suit and tie, dog.
That's hilarious, bro.
No, but like Young Blood, I was just like, yo, you pops him. I was like, we're about to do some lit shit in life. Like,
I'm a junior though, bro.
No, I know, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like there be names and people don't think that's important. I think it's important.
Oh, for sure,
Because
bro.
it's like it's powerful names and people get impressions of you by your name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's important. So when I saw your name, I was like, oh, he's up to some shit. You are, bro. You know what I mean?
I guess, bro.
You're building a fucking business and shit. That's not easy to do.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
I'm up to some shit, depends on how you look at it.
I mean, always up to some shit, bro.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
guess,
saying? Like, who the fuck's gonna forget your name, though? Nobody.
Yeah.
If somebody forgets your name, I was gonna say a bad word.
That's probably the problem, bro.
No, I mean, yeah, yes and no, bro. But yeah, bro. Like,
Anyway, man. Yeah, nah, but this is lit, bro. So I think Rayvon was telling the people that you do your own show as well.
oh yeah, bro. It's called High Street. So damn, that's not, bro.
What you say?
Hello. Oh,
Oh, my bad. The levels. Go
I'm like, yo.
ahead.
Yeah. So every Wednesday we're live at New Dia. It's a dispensary in Fenway. We interview different artists, different internet people. We've done some cannabis industry folk, and if sometimes it's mixed and matched. Like I've done our show live at Harvest Cup before.
Oh, that's ill, bro.
Dog, I was live for 5 hours straight.
Yo, it's wild, bro.
Yeah, so you said you ready. I was like, dog, I'm always ready. You know what I'm saying? I put in work. You know what I'm saying? I tell my phrases, I talk shit and sell fire. You know what I mean? So, like, I do it every week. You know, it's live, like I said, on YouTube, Instagram. We, you know, we do a lot of prep, too, for the artists. Like, we actually, first, they connect with my partner. We do the show with Dallas. He engineers a song with them and produces it with them.
What?
Like either sometimes the day of,
Yeah.
but usually like within a week or so, but typically it's like the day before. You know, music, hip hop shit. It's like always
Yeah.
last minute. And then right before the show starts and they arrive, we actually shoot a music video with them and premiere it. Like, you know how we
Yo,
had an
it's
intro?
crazy,
So the
bro.
premiere of our show is their video.
So it's artists exclusively that you guys interview.
Typically, that's what we focus on music based because High Street started for producers and engineers.
Yo,
Because I
that's
also produce music. So,
Sick, bro.
yeah. So it's like we started as just like a network of producers. Like, hey, I got beats. We need to find artists. We got engineers. We had somebody who's a mix and master guy. You know what I mean? So we kind of just all plugged in, all kind of similar mindsets. You know, work together on shit and find different artists to work with around the city. Or wherever they are, you know, city or not, you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I got a guy that you guys interview, and we'll get back to it. We're almost on time to take a quick break. We're gonna play a little game during our break, and then we'll jump into one of my favorite artists that you guys interview.
Oh shit!
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
All right, cool. So we'll be right back after this commercial break. For the radio listeners, for the live streamers, stay with us here. Peace.
Oh, there's a radio listener.
Yeah.
Did I get bleeped out?
It will. Don't worry about
all
that,
get
bro.
bleeped out,
Oh, for real? Okay, word. Because
Nah, that's cool, bro. So, Rayvon, you tell me about the game?
I did not.
no, it's the game.
All right,
So
cool.
I'm gonna time you, and he's gonna count. In 1 minute, how many strains can you name?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. So I have kind of the highest of hopes for you
Yeah.
so far out of the people I've seen
Because I
go.
only like to name shit I like to smoke.
That's all right, bro. This is
but it's all
perfect.
good.
And I
That's
know
perfect.
you're not gonna name no mids, so your list becomes smaller.
Anti-mids.
So
Yeah.
let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready, dog.
Let me just make sure that we're good here. Yeah, I think we're good, bro. Whenever you guys are ready.
All right, I'm about to hit start in 1, 2, 3.
All right. Sour, Headband OG, Chem D, Chem 91, OG Kush, Jack Hera, Orange Kush, Cookies, Orange Kush, that's bomb too. The Piff, Uptown, White Runts. That's Piff Crossway White Runts. Oh, White Runts. Runts, Gelato 41, 43. I mean, do I need to name all the phenos? That's all good. Sunkissed Tangy, best overall flower. And you get Lizzie B, Deadhead OG, that's my favorite bitch. Sunset Runts, Turpalicious, Skittles, Shebanger, Candy Fumes, Delish, Dezilium. Shout out to Doja. Damn, I do like that one. Cranberry Sauce, Turple. Black Maple, Butterwolf, the Trop Cherry, the Super Buff Cherry. That's just some gas too.
Last one.
Yeah,
that's
what's
definitely the most we
up,
got.
bro. It's 31.
That
I
was
got
31.
Unofficially, bro. Unofficially, bro.
Word. I'll take
31.
it. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
that's the
I had
best
more
one
in
so
my
far.
head, too.
Let's clap it up for that,
I didn't even
bro.
say GMO.
Yeah,
Like, that
let's
was
clap
crazy.
it up, bro.
I
Off
kept
the
the easy
rip.
ones. I kept the easy ones for later, but I
Yeah,
was just like,
no,
oh,
that's
wait.
what's up, bro. So yeah, before that, I think our unofficial record was 20. It was a tie for 20.
Oh,
So
dead
we
ass.
can-
No, like, yo, I smoke a lot of flower, bro.
Oh, that's
So,
what's
like,
up.
I am a very particular flower smoker. Like, I even have a process of how I smoke really good flower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm extremely particular. Like, I'm an asshole. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you sure you want me to tell you the truth? He's like, I was with a grower yesterday. He's like, bro, please, bro. Every time I grow something new, I want you to smoke it and tell me about it and what I should name it. And I was just like, yo, shout out to Pistol Pete, bro.
No,
Pistol
that's
Pete's
what's
a real
up,
one.
bro.
But yeah, it's because, like, dude, it's just so important to me. Like that, the flowers where everything comes from. Like, we make distillate, shore, and rosin and resin, whatever it is. What's the source, bro? The
Right.
source is the flower. So I give a fuck about the flower. I know people be like, I only dab, I only this. I was like, bro, without the flower, you ain't got shit anyways, bro. So you gotta, like, make sure that shit's always on point. And yo, if you give a fuck about a product and the culture, bro, you gotta make sure you do some good shit and stand behind it. I stand on everything that I talk about. So it's like, and I stand behind what I sell.
No, let's get back into it here real quick. All right, we are back with Infused Influence, and we just had Jay's on fire over here, Raven.
31 strains, bro. We ain't
31
broke.
strays, bro. Let's clap it
get
up
it.
for my
Let's
man,
get it,
bro.
No one's touched 25 yet. So
Yeah.
31's
Well, you
kinda
know what
crazy.
it is, Rayvon? It's the combination of him knowing weed, but then also not freezing up in front of the cameras.
Yep. Well, that's why I said I
That's
have
what
the
happens.
highest of hopes for you because I also know you sell it. You've been on it for a while.
Right,
I
right.
figured you'd have to name all your own strains, and I started picking up when you was naming certain cultivators
right,
or whatever it was.
No, but it's funny. I didn't even name all of ours. I have like 15.
No,
Right,
I was waiting for you to
right,
name your
yeah.
own.
Yeah.
You didn't get to Deadhead until it was 30 seconds in. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I smoke that shit every day. I love Deadhead OG.
Yeah, that's what's
Deadhead
up,
OG
bro.
right now is probably my favorite strain to smoke on. Like, it's a daily driver. It's an indica, but I don't give a fuck. I love indica. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Do you believe in that indica sativa?
I believe in the reaction I get from weed. So, like, if certain weed gives me a certain reaction, you can name it whatever the fuck you want. But if I react a certain way, it's like, it is what it is. This is what it is to me.
When you say that's terpenes, though, and not necessarily the...
It's definitely terps involved because,
Yeah.
like, I react a certain way when I smoke certain terps. I just noticed it, right? Like,
Yeah.
last night, this motherfucker only grows, like, super sativas, like the Piff and Jilly, and it's like a very tangy sort of vibe. And, dog, it's like you get super wired. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For me, that word is sativa, right?
Right.
That's what I associate with it. When indica is like, I get to chill. Like, you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like, life's crazy, right? Like, a lot of shit happens on a daily, and sometimes to help me focus, I actually do smoke indicas because it helps me relax a bit and get like more dialed in. Because if I'm too frantic, I can't really think straight. So the indica helps calm me down, and then I'm like, okay, now I can focus in on something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, the sativas, bro, they be getting me wired, bro.
So what do you think about THC content? Are you tapped in with that? Or are you
Oh,
saying
like
that's some
numbers,
bullshit?
bro, like percents. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about that. I think that's the
Let's
thing
clap
that's
it up for that. Let's keep
yeah,
it real, bro.
yeah. Like, I know
Shit is bullshit.
I know it's a cliche to say, especially in the industry, because a lot of people a lot of consumers aren't as educated as people like. And honestly, I don't really expect them to, dog. Like, do you expect somebody to go in a liquor store and know everything that is in that fucking bottle? No, bro. They just know it gets them lit, right? So, like, I've noticed that menus that curate for quality over those numbers usually have a pretty good menu, and they're the ones that be able to sell, like, the lower tax that people be like, yo, we can't sell that in my store. I was like, bro, you can't sell it. I know motherfuckers who have and still actively do, you know what I mean? And I get it, bro. It's the easy turn the iPad, be like, yo, it's a high tech, it's good, it's strong. I'd be like, bro, no, that's lazy. It's lazy, bro. Like, we need to step it up as an industry, and it's our fault too, right? Because they trust us. We're the source, right? So when they walk in, if you talk to a customer, and I've talked to a lot of them, hundreds a day before, they look at us as like the expert, the ones who know.
So I say your word is God as a bud tender.
Yeah.
Your word is pretty much gospel
Yo,
to people.
they literally will turn to you and be like, listen, I don't know shit. You tell me. Like, or they'll see how high I was and be like, yo, what are you on? You know what I'm saying? I didn't never bud tended technically.
Yeah.
So what I did was I worked at Nudea specifically with Collab Group, which is the company I do sales for now. So like I would clock out of work. I did a 9 to 5 in a cubicle. I'd go
In
to
the cannabis industry.
No, not in the cannabis. I worked in insurance, bro. So I was working in the cubicle, doing insurance. I'd clock out at 4 or 5 o'clock, get my ass home, change, go to Fenway, and I would sell weed for this brand, like inside the store during events and things like that, during games. And during that game, that store will see like hundreds of people, you know what I'm saying, walking in. So I got to know my product. I got to sell it directly. And then, you know, a couple months after that, I'm in wholesale. You know, shout out to Curly. Curly's man.
Sean Curly, yes, sir.
I don't know Sean Curly.
You know Sean. You've met Sean.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know Sean, bro.
No
Sean's a
doubt.
trapper. I like working for a trapper. Like, that's what
meet?
we're doing.
What's up?
Where did I meet him?
Trying to think.
He used to work for Green Care Collective.
Collective.
He used to work for Resonate. He was the director of sales and marketing. For
I
Resonate.
got you. Yeah, maybe.
And I think also for Green Care, which was Perpetual now.
Yeah. Maybe during his Resonate days we met.
Yeah, but he'd been around, and it's like it's good to find people who are like-minded and learn from them, and you know, that's what I do, bro. I soak up game, you know, because I'm from Roxbury, bro. I grew up in fucking subsidized housing, food stamps, all that shit. I never do the pity story, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I'm trying to build something in this industry, and I'm brand new at it, but you know.
Yeah. So how long you been, bro, in the industry?
I'm about a year in, bro.
What? Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
I told you I would work insurance. I'd clock the fuck out, be like, yo, and I had no parachute. I was like, fucking, I'm out, dog. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm crazy. My mom still thinks I'm crazy. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I said, I'm living my goddamn life.
I'm trapping.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trapping, Mom. Aren't you proud of me? You know what I'm saying? I be telling her that. She be telling me to fuck off.
Of course.
Yo, so I want to go back to the show that you guys shoot, because speaking of shows, Sholey, man. Shout out to Sholey, bro. The holy one, bro. That's my dude.
Yeah.
That's
You
my
know
dude. We're
Sholey?
from the
Okay,
same
man.
hometown, bro. From
that's
Bridgeport,
fire.
bro.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so when we first opened up, man, I had to hit up the homie, bro. He did a show for us here at Electric Haze. And, you know, soon after, I seen he was running with Millie's, you know what I'm saying, on tour. And then, you know, he just gets lots of love, bro. So I haven't watched the full episode, but you guys shot a video with him, too?
Oh, yeah, everybody. And
Yeah,
who
that's
was on the show.
You know what? I did see the video,
Yeah.
bro, because it was shot outside Nudea.
Yeah,
right?
Yep,
yeah,
exactly,
bro.
exactly,
Yeah, I
bro.
did see it, bro.
So what we're trying to do is like captivate an audience that, you know, first of all, you know, we care about the culture here, right? But we also are expanding. Like, I've interviewed artists like Lil Xans and shit like
saw that,
right?
yeah.
And like, we're trying to like build it out to help out everyone who's not at that level, because if you got eyeballs, bro, that helps everybody. So what we try to do is we curate the whole thing and make it our twist on it, so they know when they see that video, they know it's a high street video. You know what I mean? And shout out to Jimmy. He does all the production, and with Dallas, they're brothers, and you know, some talented motherfuckers. Shout out to them.
So were you doing that before you jumped into the industry, too?
Oh yeah, I'm in the
what's
industry because of that. Like, so
That's what's up, bro.
the way I met my contacts now was because we were doing the show there, and I just was like looking around, and I was like, who we fucking with? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, they have the biggest booth. It looks cool. Let me talk to this guy. You know what I mean? And he was somebody was actually there, and after that, I started showing out to events and shit like that, and that's how we really got involved into the industry more, was because of me fucking saying, fuck it, I'm going for it.
Yeah. Yo, that's what's up. How'd you meet Ray Vaughn, bro?
Well, Ray Vaughn would ignore my emails.
Yeah.
You know,
Too high to
but yo,
answer.
no, we've talked about it before, bro. Like, yo, shout out to my salespeople, but y'all annoying too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop. Like sometimes just stop.
Yeah, cut it
Ray
out.
Vaughn's easy, bro. He'll give you the parameters. He's super straight up about it, and it's like, yo,
He's
just
like, bring me a bag of weed, take me out for a steak dinner.
Nah.
I mean, chicken nugget
It's,
dinner.
first of all, it's cachupa, dog.
Kachupa, what is kachupa?
Cachupa is the most Cape Verdean food you can know about as a reference. So
I might have to show this to my mom now. That's not
Yo,
funny.
you've never had a wholesaler take you to get Kachupa, bro.
Oh, never.
I haven't even got it yet, but
Never.
But I'm probably the only one who brought it up.
Yo,
Yo,
that's
yeah,
what's up.
absolutely.
Yo, my man Jay, he's about to take you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely getting Cape
Oh,
Verde.
yeah, he know all about Brockton.
Yeah, but ain't no
bro,
ain't no
dude.
Kachupa out here, bro.
Oh,
In
no,
Worcester?
no,
Yeah.
no.
Nah, bro.
Worcester.
Cape Verdeans are very, it's a very unique population. They're condensed in Dorchester,
Yeah,
New
bro.
Bedford,
Yeah.
Brockton,
Yeah,
Fall River,
heavy.
Providence. So
Yeah.
all these places, as you can see, coastal.
Yeah.
You gotta be near
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Cape
gotta-
Verdeans
yo.
don't go more than 50 miles into
Yeah.
the state.
Yo, that's facts.
Ray Vaughn's
Yo.
the first Cape Verdean out in Worcester.
Yo, whenever I see a Cape Verdean in Worcester, I'm enamored. Like, I might actually stop and speak to them. I'm like, yo, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Is half your staff Cape Verde? I'm joking.
Yeah.
I would only, like, I love it. It's crazy. No,
it's funny because we have a dude who used to work here and used to host this show, Harry. He now lives in Brockton. He's like, bro, I'm in Brockton and everybody at Walmart speak Creole. Like, I
Cape
can't, like,
Verde,
I'm asking
bro.
for help and no one here speak English.
Yeah.
that is hilarious.
Yeah,
brother.
it's wild. It's pretty much the 11th island is what we
Oh,
call
yeah. Dude, I love my Cape Verde.
What's the 11th island?
it. Brockton.
Brockton?
Cape Verde is like
No,
10
yeah,
islands,
that's
so Brockton's number
hilarious,
11.
bro.
One of my jokes is like, yo, I can't go to Brockton today. I forgot my passport. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, it's lit. It's like, yo,
I mean,
shut
it's like Lawrence.
No, it's funny. When you were talking about Lawrence women, I was like, yo, this is what a Cape Verde would say about Brockton.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
all these
facts.
girls, these are cousins, bro.
No, it's
Yeah.
great. No, and sometimes y'all smaller too, so y'all actually be cousins.
Yeah, you should do it, bro.
Yeah, no, he's facts. He's not lying,
Yeah,
though, bro.
bro.
So you know about Worcester though? The population of Worcester and what it's
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
nah, bro.
Right.
It's little Ghana, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's got the second highest population
I didn't
to
know that
the
exactly.
country. Yo, but
that's
you gotta
fire.
embrace it all and just appreciate it all, bro.
no,
you
yeah,
talk
sick.
about Lawrence, you talk about even Boston, you know what I'm saying? You talk about, you know what I mean? So it's just cool to hear these different stories, bro.
Massachusetts is just a bunch of other cultures, like
Right.
big cities, bro.
Right.
Dude,
Towns.
that whole thing where that narrative where it's like, yo, it's only white people in Mass, right? In Boston. I was
Right.
like, what the fuck part
I
of
know,
Boston you
bro.
been at?
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
dog, I didn't see my first white child
Yeah.
until I was like 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone.
he's
I-
like, let
yo.
me touch your face. What
No,
is
bro,
it? Are you real?
I only knew like white adults, like the teachers, right? And
Right,
then
right.
it was just like all black and brown kids. Like I grew up in a majority all black neighborhood. Like it was like us and like maybe like 5 other Dominican families. Everyone else was black. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
wild, bro.
Because I grew up in the bricks. Like you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like there's certain, and I also grew up in the surrounding areas. That's bad Dominican.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
But like.
right.
When people say it's like going to food sections, all this white people, I'm like, what are you eating at? Like, what kind of bad friends do you have?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. Well, you know what it is too is that it's not only exclusive, obviously, to Massachusetts, United States. There's a statistic. I think it's 2042, where the minority becomes the majority, and some people are scared.
That's how it should be.
Oh, bro, I'm a big South Park fan, and then there's an episode where Cartman discovers that he was just like he keeps calling minorities, even though they're the majority now. Minorities, like they're technically you're not the minorities.
Right.
He's like, there's too many minorities.
At my water
park.
park. Yeah, I
Yo.
just watched that like 2 days ago.
It's one of the best episodes ever. Shout out to that because yo, South Park. Social commentary be so on point.
Goated.
You know what I'm saying? That's why like I used to be super into politics. I went to school for political science.
Yeah,
So and they're on point. I've been watching them since I was 8 years old, and it opened my eyes up.
Yo, that's
early.
wild, bro. That and then Simpsons too is politically on
Simpsons
point.
too.
You know?
Yeah,
They've been telling the future for years, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how much I believe that, but I've been watching the memes be on point. Like they got the Donald Trump one on point. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, yo,
Yeah.
that's great.
Well, how do you think it's done? Aren't they the same writers? Actually,
No,
no.
yeah, it's different teams.
Different teams, bro. Like, yo, there's shout outs to them. Like I think they're one of the times where it's like being creative. Depending on what you do, you should always be as creative and as original as possible. I understand people got to remix things and work. Nothing, you can't reinvent the wheel, but like it's like with talking, like even that, like you know, the words you say are important, bro. So like in the content you produce out there and put out into the world. So like. I don't think a lot before I talk. I talk a lot of shit, but like I like to think I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
I think it's dope that y'all are even doing this. That's why I'll agree to do stuff because I just think it's dope.
Yo, that's what's
You know what I'm
up, bro.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I didn't care if one person's here listening. Like you know what I mean? Like I think it's the fact you even doing the extra step that other dispensaries won't do or other business owners, because it's like, yo, you should do that. 'Cause
Absolutely, bro.
everyone got weed, bro.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Yeah.
What else
you're
you
right.
got?
It's easy to sell weed in the
Yo.
dispensary and in the streets, bro.
Oh no, the streets easy, dog. If I wanted to make more money, I'd just be trapping in the streets. Way easier, bro. Way easier on the
Not
car.
paying
too.
taxes.
Oh, no taxes, less mileage on your whip, like less headaches, less politics.
Right.
Like you find your client base, you good, bro. You know, shout out to the hustlers, shout out to the trappers. They're the reason we even could do this, what we're doing, because
Right.
you know, weed is popular because of them too. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean? So I'm not one of those people who are as bitter about legacy people and how they sell. I'm like, nah, bro, fuck it. If we can't beat them, we're doing our job wrong.
Right.
If we can't do it with a whole infrastructure and all this other shit, and you got a storefront and you can't beat that guy on the corner, you got to get your shit together.
Yeah, bro. I condone it. I'm here for it. I get stopped on the street all the time. Like, bro, can I get a pee, bro? What can happen?
Bro.
I'm like, bro, I know you running routes, bro. Like,
Yo, it's crazy. But the thing is, the thing is too with this industry is like we work in one of the few industries where we tell people, hey man, I don't want your money. I only want X amount because that's all I could sell you. But I could go in a liquor store, I could buy every bottle.
Stupid, bro.
I could buy every cigarette in the store. I could buy every cheeseburger at McDonald's. I could do all of that. But for you, if you sell weed, I gotta be like, I don't want your money, sir.
Right.
That's fucking ridiculous,
Gotta
bro.
limit you.
Right. If somebody wants to buy a fucking pound legally, because they're gonna buy it anyways, why the fuck can't you provide that? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm being real. If it's tested, passed, it's clean, it's a clean product, it's a good product. Like, yo, I want to get there one day, and maybe but look at Michigan, bro. Michigan's going crazy. They re-up at the store.
Yeah, we have to take a break for this episode, bro. And I think we should get back into the legality of it a little bit. I know we're talking culture a lot. You know what I mean? But maybe talk about for the next episode for our radio listeners. We'll be back next week with another episode. We gotta clap it up for Jay again, bro.
Yeah, word. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for listening.
No, of course, and you killed it with the minute segment, bro. So for those listening on the radio, you gotta check us out on YouTube as well as where we at? Twitch, I think.
YouTube, Twitch,
IG. You probably posted on IG too.
Instagram,
Of course.
pretty much anywhere you can find it.
Yes, very good.
Just not a newspaper.
All right, you guys have just been infused. Peace.
Let's get it.
What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, we are back again with another episode of Infused Influence. My name is Ulysses, somewhat of your co-host, and Rayvon's here. What's up, Rayvon?
Yo, what's going on, young man?
Chilling, man. Just excited about our guest, bro, to pick up the conversation. You already know this
special
deal,
guest,
bro.
young man.
Yes.
Jariel.
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 What up?
Jariel?
Yeah, no,
I've seen butchered names,
I know
dog.
I'm butchering it in my head every
Nah,
time.
bro, it's fine, bro.
Wait till the captions come through for his name, bro.
Yo,
We'll
right?
see. We'll
Yeah,
see
yeah.
how.
Bro. No, you know what, though? I like my name's a little hard to pronounce because if you know how to do it eventually, that means you fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? If you remember me and you know how to say it, that means you fuck with me.
Yeah, but you said when you were like 18, people started calling you that. What would you
Jariel.
What'd you go by before?
Yeah, that Jariel's my middle name. My first name is Devaney.
Oh, so people called you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Even your folks, even your parents. your
Yeah,
family.
my if you know if I hear that name, I know you've known me since I was like a kid.
Yo, that's
like,
crazy because usually it's the opposite, bro. Like you'll grow up with like a street or like a nickname for your family, and then you'll grow into your. That's what happened to me, bro.
Oh, gotcha.
Like people call me Jay. If people call me Jay, I know you knew me when I was a kid.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
So
I'm
if you
saying?
call me by my first name or any variation of it, like
Got you. So there are variations.
There are variations like Div. Like a
Got
D,
you.
like my real bros, like that know me forever, call me Div. You know what I'm
Div,
saying? But
got
like,
you.
I go by Jariel just because it's like one time my mom's was like, yo, you know, I like your middle name. Like,
Stop it, bro.
Yeah,
She
you
just
should
switched it
go.
up.
Yeah, she's like, you should when you do business and stuff, you should go by that. And then I was like, I was in class when they dabbed the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. And then I was just like, man, that's a good idea, mom. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
what's
And then I
up.
just had like a little light bulb moment.
Right.
I used to go to class every day dabbed. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you mentioned you studied poli-sci, bro. Where'd you
I
go
did.
to school? Where'd you go to school?
I went to UMass Boston. I got a bachelor's in political science. I almost got like
out the bricks, bro.
out the bricks. And then I'm one of the few people from my neighborhood who actually even went to college.
Right?
Yeah, so then I went to RCC too, as community college, and then I went to UMass Boston, and then I was gonna go like econ/poli sci, but I was like econ was gonna take too long, so I said, "Boo, where's my degree at?" You know what I'm saying? And now I'm selling weed with it. Shout out to my degree.
Nah, that's what's up,
I say the same thing every day.
Well, dog, you know what college teaches you is like how to finish and follow through on something.
Yep.
Like not a lot of motherfuckers are gonna sit there and go through it, even though it's not necessary. I'm not gonna say it is, but you know it helps. Like political science in particular, you have to learn how to speak and you deal with a lot of conflict. Like you have to look at somebody you don't agree with, like adamantly don't agree with, and have like a civil conversation, have conflict resolution, and that's something you learn. Like
Dude,
I learned.
Donald Trump that, bro. I just read an article the other day that said Elon Musk got in a fight.
Yeah.
Is this real life, bro?
yeah.
In a physical fight?
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yo, listen,
bro.
yes, bro. Life right now is kind of messed
Yo,
up.
it's
right?
messed up
It's
at the
messed up.
highest level, bro.
I have an extremely positive outlook on life in general, though, when
Right.
it comes to that. Like,
Right.
I'd be like, yo, people, we're going to be good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I agree with you, bro.
I understand. Like, but this is part.
You got to take 2 steps back sometimes.
Yeah, this happens in history, bro. If you actually learn
Yeah,
history, like
yeah.
you know that stuff like this happens.
Oh,
bro.
for sure.
And we're just gonna be like we're gonna be in the history books. You're gonna read it. They're gonna read about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're overall, I think we're gonna be good, bro.
Yeah,
Like I do, because I think there's still good people, and I think everything's about people.
Right,
That's
right.
one thing I take into everything I do in life is people. Like if people are important. People are the main thing.
Right.
When it comes to weed, that's my approach. When it comes to politics, that's my approach to life. People. You know what I'm saying? If you know people and you fuck with people, you're gonna be good.
Yeah, so what did you want to do after you, like, while studying that? You're like,
Bro, I
wanna
wanted to
get
be a
into-
lawyer, dog.
For real?
Yeah, I used to
Oh,
work
so
for an attorney, a defense attorney. I worked at a lawyer's office. You know, you helped with cases, read warrants, fucking go through evidence, get it together, all of that.
Is it too late, bro? You still got that dream, bro?
No,
We need more like you. Bro.
no, bro. But I mean, let somebody else do it, bro. Because like I'm not passionate about it enough to make it lit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's really like I am passionate about it, but I'm
Right.
not. Like not the day to day.
Yeah,
I'm more
yeah.
passionate about what I do now.
Right, right.
Now I have fun in a
Yeah.
good way. You know what I'm saying? Then I did have fun, but then it got dark. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Did you start last?
I basically got in. I took the LSTAT and
Oh,
everything.
that's what's up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I had a good score with it, but I was just like, man, I don't think this is for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to waste all these resources that was being offered to me. I thought it would have been a waste, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be real, because like that could be safe for somebody else who's gonna really follow through on that.
I hope it's Dominican, bro.
Oh,
Someone of color,
1,000%.
bro.
If it's not, I'm boycotting right now. If it's not Dominican, bro.
Yo, bro, it's not enough, bro. I don't see enough of us.
No.
Real, we need more representation, bro.
No, in the legal industry, yeah, I completely agree. Because
Dirty, bro.
not if people don't look like you, they don't give a fuck about you. Sometimes, where it's just fucked up to say, but it's true. Like I know when I seen a judge who like grew up in a similar neighborhood as me, he understood, bro. And then you literally see it in real time, where you'll see someone charged with the same exact crime. They look the same. They even have a worse or the same record as you. And then you're like, how come he got like 5 times less time than I did? You know what I mean? And it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it sometimes be the same state, bro.
Right.
And it's because it's up to that person.
That
who's looking.
judge, bro.
Right.
And if
It's,
they don't know, and sometimes it could be intentional. You know what I mean?
dude, I've been there. Yo, you know how many times I've been in court and you're literally looking at a cop who's, because of evidence and what you know that he's actually lying.
Right.
And you're like, yo, you're actually ruining someone's life because of your ego, bro.
Right.
Yo,
yeah.
I've been part of cases, man, with the cops just because they felt petty were like, yo, I'm going to destroy this motherfucker's life, bro. And I'm just like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy, bro.
Just because you don't want to be proven wrong. And I mean, dog, they're great cops, too. Bro. I'm not going to say they're not. But I know people are even not gonna like that I said that. You know what I mean? But it's like, whatever. You can't make
reality. Because if you look at human nature, like you said before, there's some good people, right?
Yeah.
But there's also some shitty people, aside from their career choice.
Yeah,
you know?
dog. You know what I'm
so
saying?
just because that cop is a shitty person doesn't mean that he's a cop to be a shitty person. He's just a shitty person.
Yeah, that person was not meant to be a police officer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that you have one of the most important jobs in the world is to be a cop.
I think it's the same with lawyers, bro. There's some lawyers out there. You're not a shitty person because you're a lawyer. You're just a shitty person. All right? So I'm going to be real. You know what I'm saying? Your career choice, you're just a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be like that. But you have this position of power, so that makes you even more a shitty person because you're not using it for good.
Yeah, brother, because and I met plenty of DAs and stuff who were great people, and they would talk to them, and then when you would ask him, he's like, yo, why are you even going after this person like that? He's like, yo, they're making me do it. It's my job.
Yeah. And like you said,
like,
DAs, bro, like that's their job.
Yeah,
bro.
that they literally treat it like punching in, punching out, and then that's when it becomes soulless and you stop caring about people. That's when you get what you're talking about.
How long were you doing that work for, bro?
Man, like a year and a half, 2. I would be on and off, but I would do that in between working full time at my normal job when I went to college. So I would go to school, I'd do that, and I'd work.
For insurance?
No, I used to work in the dry cleaners, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I know about Cape Verdeans, yo. I worked with like 10 Cape Verdean women at once, bro. Like, I know. Trust me, I know Cape Verdeans. That's why I know Cape Verdeans.
That was pressure at work.
Yeah.
That was
dog,
pressure,
it was stressful.
bro.
It was
stressful.
Yo, shout out to y'all, yo. I got introduced to some dope ass shit though because of that. But then that's what actually got me into weed too a lot was at work, bro. Like I'd be they would see my weed and be like, yo, where can I get some of that? But
bro,
like,
what spot Cape Verdeans like at laundry? There's Asians around here.
Nah, bro. So dry cleaning, bro, is a huge industry for Brazilians and Cape Verdeans.
Oh, word.
So there's not many people
in Boston,
in Mass in general, bro.
I have never. It's only Asian people here.
Bro, in Brockton, there's a couple facilities that it's full of Cape Verdeans doing work right now. An Asian guy might own it. But actually, an Asian guy does own it. But it's like, but the people who be steaming your pants and shit and your shirts, they Cape Verdean a lot of the time.
I've never seen that. Maybe in Brockton, bro. I just
but they be out here, bro. Trust me. If you go near Boston, you be like, there's a lot of Portuguese being spoken. You know what I'm saying? Because they be working. There's very few people who will take a paycheck for that kind of work. Like a lot of people are lazy, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Like so they like, nah, we work. Fuck that. I'll press some pants.
Shout out to the CVs, man.
Yo, shout out to the CVs, bro. Shout out to Cesarias on Bowden Street.
Cesarias.
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about.
You be knowing.
Yeah, that's when the Cape Verdeans, when you have a W or you want to take your girl out somewhere fancy, you go to Cesarias. Out there in Dorchester, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yo, if you go into Cesarias, you mean you got to check a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You pay into that $20 kachupa.
Come on now.
Rayvon's been there a bunch of times.
Rayvon takes his main chick there. Relax.
It's about to be his BM, bro.
That's comical.
Oh, I heard about that, bro.
Yo, congratulations,
crazy, right?
bro.
I heard about that.
Congratulations, bro.
You having a son, right?
That. Yes, sir.
All right, when's that
Crazy.
coming?
Young little Cape Verdean man in like a month and a half.
Wait,
bro.
your girl's Cape Verdean too?
Well, nah, he'll be like a little bit Cape Verdean, I guess, but he'll rep it fully through.
Okay. No, you have to just lean into it, bro. He's Cape Verdean.
No, I'm gonna drop him off at my mom's house. He'll learn how to speak. He'll be all right.
Right.
I'll be back.
All right. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna leave it there for a week. I'll come back.
I'm gonna
He'll be
leave
fluent.
it there for a week.
Leave it there for a week.
That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
He'll have fun. He'll have fun. Grandma will take care of him.
Yo, you're
mad
wild,
funny.
bro. You're wild. So last episode or last segment, we were talking a little about regulations, bro. And now that we know that you kind of have like a law mindset, bro, political side mindset.
That's what you want to call
know what I'm
it.
saying? Nah, but it's a nice infusion, bro. Because I like to think of it myself too, bro. Is that like you have some street etiquette, but you know enough to be dangerous, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you worked in ins and outs, bro. So like, we were talking about the limit. People can't buy more than 28 grams. I mean, that's something that I also disagree with. What are some regulations that you do agree with, though, in Massachusetts here?
I mean, I do like that the testing is strict in Mass and the keeping shit clean. I think it's a little sometimes too strict on the flower wise because There's fire flower that won't pass testing in Mass. Like you get shit from Cali and Maine that's killing it. Quality wise, it won't pass in Mass.
So when you say it won't pass, what particular part?
For like the like what they count for like the yeast and mold and shit, right?
Yeah.
And like the microbes that are found, or sometimes they think it's negative. It's actually good
Right.
bacteria. So like there's that. I don't get too nerdy with it. I just know like I know what's fire when I smell it, and I know when it's good, and I know those main guys are killing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you see what some Mass be pumping out, you be like, God damn, these are some mids, bro.
This thing is dry.
Yo.
Like, we got to dry it out to get past this.
Yo, let's put some keef on it, bro. Like, yo, the game is dirty. So I do like that for consumers. As far as the regular, I like that it's 21 plus. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the stories you hear is like, oh, I was 8 years old when I smoked my first one. I was like, what the fuck was going on in your house, dog? Like, the fuck? I was watching cartoons. Like, what's going on? Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, you over here smoking blunts? But yo, I don't, whatever if you did that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think like, dog, maybe you could wait. Because there's some people, bro, that can't handle smoking. There's some people that can't handle drinking, bro. Like, I know somebody who takes one sip, it's over, bro. Like, oh my God, I don't want to be around them. And then there's those same people who smoke. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, this guy's annoying, bro. Like, so like, I like that too. I think it's weird that you can't bring people who are under 21 though, by the way. Because
it's weird.
Think about it, yo, if you're a single mom and you want to go buy some weed, bro.
It happens here religiously,
Yes,
bro. Because
bro.
we're in the hood, bro.
Yeah.
So people be leaving their babies outside sometimes.
No,
bro.
I know, which is crazy, right? So it's kind of like, what's gonna happen in here that's so dangerous, bro? But I could bring my baby into a liquor store. I could
CVS.
bring my baby into a gun store, bro.
Bro, yeah, that's true.
Like, let's talk
I never
about
thought
it.
I always
Yeah,
think about
bro.
CVS and liquor stores. But I
Yeah,
never
but
thought
that's
about
what
gun
I
stores.
mean, dog. Like, yeah, and CVS, yeah, I could go get fucking opioids right now at a CVS, dog, and
Right.
over the like. In the pharmacy and be fine with my baby, but you telling me I can't walk in with a straw? What's the babies don't like blunts? I mean, it'd be cool if they did, but like like what's gonna happen?
Bro, I'll tell you, my niece when she was like maybe 10 or 11, and I'm just popping off here, and I showed her a picture of weed, and she was like, "Ew," and that's how I know the times are changing, bro. Because the more it's readily available, the perspective for the youth is gonna change, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
they're gonna understand that it's for adults, right?
Right.
So like, I have faith in people, dog. Like, you should be taking care of your kid. They should know not to really consume it.
Right,
Like,
right.
I have people who know that, if they see their parents, they'd be like, oh no, that's their medicine.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And that's how they refer to it as. And if you teach them early, like, they're gonna be fine. It's like the ignorance of it and keeping them ignorant is what's more dangerous to me.
yeah,
you
that's
know?
that's a fact, bro. That's a great note to take a little quick break here. We'll be right back. All right, we're just gonna jump right back into it. Want to do the intro?
Yo, welcome back to the show. Thanks for sticking with us through the break. This is Infused Influence. I think my name's Ray Vaughn. Sometimes I might think about changing it, but probably not. Ray Vaughn's actually pretty solid.
What would be your alternative name?
There's too many. So I guess I do have a few alternate names that I give
Let's
to
hear 'em,
places.
bro.
Let's hear him.
I love to tell people my name's Zach.
That's You told me this. This is
I think I
hilarious.
told you.
He's like the
Yeah.
whitest name ever.
Yeah.
Like I want that one.
Yeah, because then they'll go to the back. They'll be like, "Dude, there's a black Zach out there."
Yeah.
And then
Dude, I'd remember that.
Power Rangers, bro. This
That's
nigga's
true.
name was Zach, wasn't
Zach?
it? The Black Power Ranger.
For real?
I think so.
Power Rangers is a little racist too. You seen how everybody's color
Yeah,
matched?
yellow.
Like the yellow one was Asian. I'm like, come on, son. And the red one was a Native American guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Why
did
would
no
you
one
do
pick
that?
up on
The
that?
black
Oh,
was, of
man.
course, the black.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his name was Zach, bro.
I'd like that.
I'm
That's
just
pretty
research,
cool.
bro.
A black Zach.
That's actually kind of awesome, though.
So yeah, but you just gotta remember that that's the name you gave them when they call your order in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'd be waiting for them to say Ray Vaughn, and they'd be saying Zach, and by like the third time it clicks. Like,
Oh, bro, Zach.
I'm Zach.
That's a good Starbucks name.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That's a good
That's a great Starbucks name.
They actually do know me by name at my Starbucks.
That's fucking
Stop
hilarious.
it.
The fact you go to Starbucks too is the most non-Cuban thing about you.
Yeah, it was crazy, right? I'm Worcesterized now.
Worcesterized.
Yeah.
What's that mean? You Dominican now? What's going on? No. Go on.
That's what I get every day out here.
Yeah.
But we were just chatting with you two about the regulations right before we got to the break. Talking about being how I think it's always a competition that some people make when we talk about how young you first smoked at. People always want to have like the lowest.
I don't think it's a flex, by the way. I don't think it's a flex.
It's
by the
not.
way, just FYI.
It's not. It's just a different story that you get to tell.
Right, exactly. Like I don't judge it. often. Like I make fun of it, of course, like I just did. But like
Well, no, 18 is solid.
18
age,
solid, bro.
Yeah.
But no, but yo, you be hearing I was 12. I was, yo, my mom's took me out the womb and put a blunt in my hand. Like I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Like you
Those
need to
some
talk
of-
to your mom.
There were
Like,
some of the customers that come in asking for high THC. I've been smoking since I was 13.
that's not how that works, buddy. But it is what it is, man. I had soccer moms telling me they can't get high off 30% or less weed. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you doing
Like
it, bro.
smoke with me. Let's see after one joint how you feeling. But yeah, bro. Like no, sorry, go on, bro.
No, that was for you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The regulations, I don't know, they're just interesting.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's necessary, right, bro? We can't have people running rampant and just fucking around in the industry because, yo, guess what? Like, corporations are going to take advantage of it and they're going to take shortcuts. And, oh, what's cheaper? I'm going to do that and I'm going to maximize my profit margin because that's what they give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? They give a fuck about numbers. I know you got to make money. Trust me, I know you got to make money. I love money. Don't get it wrong. I'm a capitalist to the T, bro. I'm anti-communist like a motherfucker. You could ask any. Like I'm not. Like I love money, bro. Like I do. I understand what it brings and what it can do for people and the positive shit that comes from it. And I know what the weed can do, bro. But like I be telling people one thing. First of all, we got weed. Weed grows on trees, bro. We good.
It grows
We
on the
good. We got
ground.
plenty, bro. And first of all, there's too much in the state. Everybody knows
You
that.
think so in Massachusetts?
Oh, bro, it's ridiculous, bro. Look at the menus. Hundreds of SKUs, bro. People desperate. That's why the numbers go down. Supply and demand is a real thing. Basic economics. If we have too much weed,
sales are on the way up.
sales are on the way up, bro. But all the numbers are down as far as like what you or I were able to sell an eighth for, right?
Oh, you
Going
meant
down.
price first.
Yes,
yeah.
bro, because the supply is too high. So then that gets desperate salespeople who sell it for low because they have too much. There's an excess. Especially you got these big MSOs who grow way too much weed. They overextended themselves. Shout out to Rev Clinics, like you know what I mean. And then it's like, R.I.P. bro, you're done because you weren't making enough money, bro.
I know. I mean, yeah, I can see that, but at the same time, we are seeing more and more. Like even those big companies that spent millions of dollars for their grow facility, I don't know one of them that grew to capacity, bro.
Oh, no,
Or even manufacture. I can't tell you how many spots I visited and they spent $1 million on a pre-roll machine that is literally not operating.
Oh, all the time, bro. Because they found out they're like, oh shit, I can't sell this much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, it's gonna make no sense. It's gonna cost me more to run the machine
Right,
and pay somebody.
Right.
So like that makes sense to me in my head. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. It's too much weed because
Yeah.
they can't even sell through it, bro.
Yeah, I want to go back to something you said, and this is like a quick history lesson, bro.
Yeah.
Explain what communism is. Because I don't know.
You don't know what communism is?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because I never studied poli sci to that
Oh, you
degree.
need to study that for that. I think it's idealistically, it's great, right? It's like you're a community and that everyone in society is taken care of, right? Like they'll make sure like everyone has a minimum level of living and all that other good stuff. And the problem is, it's like I believe in equality of opportunity, not outcome, right? So I think like what you put in, you should get. So what communism does is it equals that out and says, nah, it doesn't matter.
Everybody gets.
We're gonna even that out, no matter what they do.
What
right?
is the most popular communist country?
China.
Got you.
China.
Okay.
So
yes.
So right, and then that's what requires you to run a communist country successfully is that you need a lot of power because that means you control every aspect of society and government.
Like how many kids you can have.
Exactly, bro. Think about that, right? And you
can only have one boy, Rayvon.
Yeah. So, bro, I love freedom instead of safety, basically, right? So, do I want to be safe and get taken care of? No, I mean, whatever, bro. I'd rather be free and live
Figure
or
it
die by
out.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I feel like as humans, like we're naturally supposed to be free, and we naturally go for being the best of the best. I just think that's something that's in us. You know what I mean? And I think that's unnatural to do that, and they know it too because they have a communist party that runs their country, but then it's like, yeah, but we still want to make billions of dollars and actually act like a capitalist country, but not really, but we do, but we don't. You know, we like the power that comes with it, but not the results.
That's where socialism comes in.
Yeah, that's. But then we have that, and like, look at Venezuela, bro. Like, there's those people are suffering, bro, every day. Like, their people are starving. They can't afford to eat. Like and then when they protest, they get freaking attacked by their own government. Like you see what's happening in Cali? That's been happening in Venezuela for freaking 10 years, bro. Like it's like know who your dictators are, bro. The dictator's the guy that's making your people starve and like forcing them to live under these conditions just because he's a greedy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And power hungry. So
how would you explain socialism versus capitalism and communism?
I mean, well, communism's all encapsulating, right? So they control like everything's controlled by the government, right? Socialism is more of like a remix of that, but it's essentially the same concept where the government is the one that's so they don't have privatized businesses. It's run by the government. So if they have national oil, for example, the government took it over. So they run the economy instead of letting the people run it, right? Then there's just like the mix of it where they kind of let you run with the money and do it, but then you're taxed like 60%, right? So it's like, goddamn, that means you really own it, not me, right? If you can't even keep 50% of your money, that's crazy to me.
That's how I feel about paying taxes every year.
That's like
Federal
280E.
government. Yes,
That's what I'm
280E
saying.
written all over it.
Yo, and people love the idea of communism, socialism, so that part, right? Guess what you need a lot of? You need a lot of tax money to run that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Everything costs money. So it's like how do you feel about the taxes that you get? You paying 20% tax, right, on your cannabis tax? Stupid tax, right?
Stupid.
Like
I don't even think about it. I don't even have feelings towards it. I just don't like it.
you pretend it don't exist. Basically, you're just like
Basically,
whatever,
bro.
because
Yeah.
I'm never gonna see that.
Well, at the end of the day, bro, I know, and it's kind of like what we were talking about before, bro, is that like we're gonna be good. Like I know that there's gonna be change that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just knowing that and just kind of like staying 10 toes down, like I'm fine with it for now. You know what I mean? Like I don't even see it. It's all fictitious anyway. It's not like I'm holding $500,000 worth of cash and be like, oh, I gotta go give this to the government. Like it's all digital.
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So-
Nah, bro, and if you survive this hump that I think is happening in the industry, you're gonna be fine, dog.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
be fine,
yeah.
Ulysses, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Nah,
cool.
likewise, bro. I think we all of us are, as long as we stay down and don't do anything irrational.
Nah, exactly, bro. And there's people that won't survive in it. To be real, it's gonna happen, bro, because they don't have like the correct mindset, and
Right.
B, the right product to stand behind, and C, like they don't got the right team.
Yeah,
Having a good
yeah,
team is
yeah.
everything, bro. People are everything.
I agree with that.
So you have a good
100%.
team, you're good.
I agree with that 1,000%, bro, for sure. Yeah,
Give
man.
everyone a raise now. Like
I'm about to, his son's about to start working here, bro.
I mean, like 20 years, bro. Nah.
No, we about to work on some stuff to get the infants in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Give
I
the
already
baby
tried.
blunts.
Bro, I wrote a waiver because I got kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm like, bro, you're not thinking about the local business person. You think about MSOs and like I got kids that go to school 4 minutes away and we live 4 minutes away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they denied my waiver, bro.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Well, I'll tell you why. They denied it because they said it's a legislative rule. It's not a CCC rule. So in order to do that, you have to go to the legislator to change that law.
Oh, I know, and they suck too, bro. Yeah, no, certain.
What do you think about the new? There's new regulations there. There's like three.
I think we could sell 2 ounces soon, right?
That might be it, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
that
that's
might
the
be
new
one
one
of
that just
them. Yeah.
might pass. I mean, that'd be lit. I think that'd be great, bro.
Oh, it
Because
passed already?
I think so. I seen some shit. I gotta keep up because I've been
It's hard,
Flower
bro.
Expo. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
no, it's hard, bro.
So I mean, hopefully it passes, bro. And I know that that's basically good to go from
Right.
what I know. But and you know, I'm glad what they loosened shit on delivery and social consumption stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's good. I think the regulations on social consumption and consuming in a dispensary. See, I would get that if I can consume in here and you don't allow kids. That's fine with me. That
Right.
makes sense, right?
Yes, that
But
does
you
make
got to
sense.
pick your poison, right? Dude,
Right.
why can't I? If you're an adult, bro, why the fuck can't I light up?
I don't know.
bro?
I've been with some of the homies smoking around their kids. I'm like, bruh.
Dog. You ever see the pregnant lady smoking? Dog?
Yeah, bro.
You like, bitch, a backwards, a backwards. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing,
Get
bro?
the Newports
Talk
ready.
about-
Like, what are we doing?
You got kids, bro?
Nah, bro.
Nah, yeah.
I'm not that Dominican yet. Not yet.
Yeah, some of the stuff I'm with you, bro. I do agree with. Like, I don't smoke in my crib. I don't smoke in my car for that particular reason, because and then the edibles, bro. You don't want them hanging around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I do believe in the child resistant for that. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But like,
no,
the
yes.
kids,
Keep the
at
kids
this-
safe, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But some of
The
the
edibles,
stuff-
I think, is probably the most like
Is the most.
one you got to be more careful.
yeah,
with.
but flour and pre rolls, bro. What are they
don't
gonna
want
do?
no flour,
And
bro.
what are they gonna do if they bit off a nothing? Nothing's gonna
like,
happen.
edibles though, I get, bro, because
Yes.
it's like they look delicious, bro, and some of them taste bomb, dude. You ever had an edible? You're like, holy crap, I could just eat
I need
this,
another
bro.
one.
Yo, them space poppers, bro.
Bro,
Is it
popcorn
good?
shit.
Is it good, bro? I haven't
Yeah,
tried
the
it
space
yet.
poppers are fire, yo, bro, and even some of them
Fire.
sodas you be drinking, it's like, yo, this just tastes like a soda. I be like, I'm high as shit. After like, you know what I mean? Shut
No,
up.
that's what's up, bro.
That's comical.
Yeah.
It's funny because you are another person who has a flour mill. So I knew that as a smoker, we would probably actually be
It's right
friends.
there.
Oh yeah,
It's in my bag.
Smart man. I made sure to pick up another one for myself just to make sure I have more than one in case things go wrong. Yeah. No, I had to get another one.
What is flour mill?
It's a grinder. It's probably the greatest. In fact, it's the grinder I want to say I might have been telling you guys about recently.
With Carhartt?
No. Okay, it was the Carhartt grinder we talked about, but the Carhartt grinder stays in its case while I use the flour mill because the flour mill's just that good.
Yo, I bought, like, for example, dog, and we could clip this and tag flour mill in it. Is a great commercial just because I purchased a grinder for $150. That wasn't a flour mill. It was an exclusive one. The marketing says the last grinder you'll ever need. It's a dope ass grinder. You know what I mean? It is. I got a free flour mill that costs $40 retail, and that's the only grinder I use. Like, it's
crazy.
the only grinder I use.
That's what's up.
It is the best one. It doesn't technically not even a grinder because it mills your weed. It like has no grinding teeth. So it like if you upgrade to the more expensive one, you can change like the screens and like let's say you're a blunt smoker and you like more coarse stuff because you know that's where I come from too. So like when you smoke Fronto and backwood, they don't want it all grinded up.
Right.
Because then you just got nothing but Scooby snacks. That's nasty. But it grinds it up so like it keeps it like very coarse. Bong smoker, same thing. You can change the screen out, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like I'm a joint smoker. I like my shit very fine.
Right.
Or like a normal grind, and I got a perfect grind every time. Like it is. It's the best grinder.
Plug it again. What's the name?
Flour mill.
Flour.
Honestly, your logo kind of can. They customize shit too, so you can get in it. Your logo kind of looks like it look flying on the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, like Major Bloom?
Yeah.
Logo?
Yeah.
I'll show
Their
you how it
logo's
looks.
also a flower.
It looks
Yeah, their logo's a
mad
flower.
familiar. It looks
word.
super.
We carry them here at Major Bloom. Like, pull up
do?
with them, buy some. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I had no
so that
idea.
means you're about to get the discount. I think you know a guy, bro. You might know a guy, Major Bloom, bro.
Brian from Jointly put me on. He was like, "Yo, try these out." Took 4 or 5 months. I finally bought them off of Love Buds. Brought them in. I tried one, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh,
Shout
I
out
never
to
go back,
Flour
bro.
Mill, bro.
I'll never
That's
go
what's
back.
up. That's
Never go
game
back.
right there, bro. Yeah, we're on time here again, man. Yo, we got shout out to Jay, bro. Clap it up because he's dropping some gems here, bro.
Yep.
All across the spectrum, bro.
But I'm not on
to
it.
grinders. Yeah, you're stupid, bro.
Get your flour mill grinder. Get some Brothers Broadleaf blunts.
Yo, those are fire
Don't
too.
smoke mids. Yeah, my pack just came in
No,
over
those-
the weekend.
that's what's
Oh my
up.
Hold
god,
on.
they're so good.
We need to stop the show real quick.
just
Do
in
not
time for the
smoke
baby.
mids, people.
Do not smoke.
Do not smoke. I know there's a lot going on in the country, but do
mids.
not smoke mids.
No matter
You
what
tell me
happens.
that's the most important thing right now. This is the only message. You can give a fuck less about everything else I said. If you do not smoke mids. Do not smoke mids. We do not support mids.
Yo, you heard him. You guys have just been infused. Stay off those mids. Peace.